Hello everyone and welcome to Farm Bureau's Voices of Agriculture. This week coming to you from the state of Mississippi. On the show this week, we visit the College of Veterinary Medicine at Mississippi State University. This world-class institution trains future veterinarians, but it also is a working veterinary hospital and referral center. They perform surgery, rehabilitation, and many other procedures on both large and small animals. We'll have all of this and much, much more right after this message. Stay with us.
I'll never forget the pride that my dad took in the crops that he grew on our farm. He always said the work we do is important, that we feed Mississippi and the country. We can help people put healthy, safe, and affordable food on their table, and that's a reason to be proud. Americans spend only about 10% of their disposable income on food. In some countries, it's 50%. Mississippi farmers are proud to do our part to help families enjoy safe, healthy food at affordable prices.
The Farm Families of Mississippi.
Devastating natural disasters that ravage Mississippi agriculture create huge needs in the agricultural community. While there are many agencies that do a tremendous job of relief for homeowners and reestablishing family units, there's only one organization that focuses on the agriculture community. Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation established a 501c foundation for the purpose of assisting to restore ag producers who were disaster victims during the Katrina years. This foundation is still active and is soliciting funds for those people who want to help producers who have had their businesses and equipment destroyed. The damages are enormous and will certainly impact the ability of individual producers to remain in business. The monies that are collected are tax deductible, and 100% of the collections will be given to producers who have had their livelihood uprooted and are struggling to stay in business. Please mail donations to the address on the screen. The farm community is most appreciative of the public support it receives in times of disaster. Remember that all donations are 100% tax deductible, and every dollar collected will go to the victims of these devastating natural disasters. The College of Veterinary Medicine was established at Mississippi State University in the mid-70s because at the time there were very few options for Mississippi students who wanted to become vets. These students had to apply to schools out of state where there were just a few slots available for Mississippi students, and most of these students would never come back to Mississippi to practice. So the first class was admitted to our College of Veterinary Medicine in 1977, and since then it has grown to be one of the premier vet schools in the country.
The mission is very similar to the mission of land-grant universities in general, teaching, research, and public service. And our teaching mission is very clear, to educate the next generations of veterinarians. Research, we were charged in the enabling legislation to do that research necessary to support Mississippi's agriculture, being livestock, poultry, and aquaculture. And so we're doing that. We also have one of the nation's premier digital biology or computational biology programs here, whereby we marry computer science with molecular biology. And it's really a top-notch program.
There are only 28 vet schools in the country, and admission to any of them is highly competitive.
We take 80 students per year. To compete for 80 students, we had 824 qualified applicants last year. So it is quite competitive. We take roughly half of the class are Mississippi residents, and the other half we have contracts with the states of South Carolina and West Virginia, whereby those states pay the out-of-state tuition for their students that come. And then we take them from probably 15 or 20 other states.
The college has many different areas of focus. One of the primary ones is working with agriculture and the animals on the farm.
My primary role is an ambulatory clinician, and that involves working with the farms in the university system as well as in private farms, taking students out, doing either production animal work, doing herd work, data analysis, or even individual animal work. And we'll do everything from come out to do complete herd work for you, do all the palpations, castrations, everything, but then work up the information, the data for you, or we'll come out and deliver calves, put a prolapse back in, and work on a sick cow. Besides that, I do some work inside the large animal clinic with students, and I have various roles as lectures and doing some extension work, working with MAFIS units and doing producer meetings around the state.
One of the mainstays of this program is their reproductive work.
Going out and actually preg checking cows and showing them the importance of that production unit being pregnant every year. That's how they make a living. Also, we assist them in the reproduction program. Dr. Hopper with our Therio unit and I work together, working with farmers to do heat synchronization programs, and then we'll go out and actually artificially inseminate the cows for the producers if he needs me to do that. And all these things we do, we're taking students with us. It gives them great exposure to production agriculture. It's great exposure for the college because our students are great advocates and great representatives for our college, and so it's just a win-win situation.
Brett says that the ambulatory program gets students out to different farms and lets them work directly with farmers on their farm.
That way, we get a first-hand view of the environmental factors that we see dealing with animals. When you see disease problems or production problems, there's a host, there's a disease, and there's an environmental influence. When the animal comes to us, we lose direct knowledge of those environmental influences. So this gives me the opportunity to go work with producers, and maybe the problems he's having on his farm have nothing to do with the disease. It may have to do with nutrition or management or housing or things like that. And so we get to take students out on farms directly, and as I tell them, this is the closest I can get them to the real world that we've got while they're in the vet school, because we're outside the walls, we're working with real life situations. Under my supervision, perform whatever their comfort level is. You know, where routine practices, surgery, routine livestock procedures. You know, I'm there to make sure nothing happens wrong, to make sure they're doing it properly, but they develop a lot of skills. And even though they may not be a food animal practitioner later, surgery is surgery. In fact, we recently had a young lady just graduate who's going to Colorado State for an internship in surgery. Her first surgery was with me doing a C-section on a cow in the field, which is kind of neat to do. So I think it helps them show that it gives them confidence of what they're able to do, because a lot of things we do with them is the first time.
Poultry is Mississippi's #1 agricultural commodity, so it's natural that the vet school would have a diagnostic lab dedicated specifically to that commodity.
The tests that we perform here for the commercial poultry industry help to ensure that they produce wholesome products, whether they be table eggs or meat products for human consumption. Our testing here helps them to raise birds that are free of disease, and if they are unfortunate enough to have some disease, then we help diagnose it so they can eradicate that disease, so that the birds that go to market are healthy, and then when they get to the processing plant, they get to market. They've gone through an inspection process also that is done by USDA to further ensure that the products that go through the processing plant and reach the consumer have been deemed to be wholesome and fit for human consumption.
McGee says the main tests that they run in this lab are blood tests to detect viral respiratory diseases that would affect birds in various ways.
In our laboratory, we have about 3 technicians that work on a daily basis with these serum samples, and they interact frequently with technicians from the poultry companies, so that our technicians in the laboratory know the people that are bringing in the samples and know that they have requirements and demands on their time to get samples turned around and back to the company to get the products to the lab, to the processing plant on time.
The majority of the samples they deal with are from healthy birds, and these tests are just to ensure that certain diseases are not present in the flock. This makes certain that the food produced in Mississippi for your family is as safe as it can possibly be.
Because we produce it here, we can feel comfortable that we, here at the laboratory, we assist the industry in controlling disease, identifying diseases, eradicating diseases, and then of course other agencies, USDA for example, helps to identify the wholesomeness of the product and assure the consumers that it is a product that they can feel safe in consuming.
This facility, located in Pearl, Mississippi, is actually 2 labs under one roof.
As the Poultry Research and Diagnostic Laboratory, our focus is strictly on the feathered species. The majority of that obviously is the commercial poultry industry, but it also includes other avian species that we look at. The other lab that's under this roof is the Mississippi Veterinary Research and Diagnostic Laboratory, and they do the other animal species. So it could be dogs, cats, cows, horses, and zoo animals and what have you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
When was the last time you were responsible for feeding 155 people? If you're a Mississippi farmer, the answer is easy. It was yesterday. That's right. The technology used in farming today maximizes crop yields and protects the land for generations of farmers to come. There are lots of ways and lots of jobs that keep Americans safe, and I'm proud of the role that Farm Families of Mississippi has in providing a safe, affordable source of food and fiber for your family.
The Farm Families of Mississippi.
Farm Bureau, a voluntary organization of farmers and ranchers, had its beginning with the county agricultural agents and the Extension Service in the early part of the 20th century. In time, county farm bureaus gave rise to state farm bureaus. A national organization, the American Farm Bureau Federation, was formed in Chicago in 1919. In those days, farmers had problems with marketing and monopolies. People living in rural areas felt they lacked equality with folks living in the cities. The goals then are the goals now, to improve farm income and rural life. The Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation strives to meet these goals by offering our members many different programs and services, such as public policy development, young farmer leadership development, safety education, and many others. Every Farm Bureau member receives our bi-monthly magazine, Mississippi Farm Country. In every issue, you can read about the latest news in farm production, interesting articles about rural Mississippi, Farm Bureau organization news, even a Solve the Mystery challenge. You can also learn all about the extra benefits that you can take advantage of just by being a Farm Bureau member. The Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation, leading, representing, and serving Mississippi agriculture. And welcome back to Voices of Agriculture, where we're visiting the College of Veterinary Medicine at Mississippi State University. With more than 100,000 horses in the state, the equine industry touches the lives of many Mississippians, and there's definitely a need for equine vet services.
Our equine service is broken into internal medicine service and a surgery service. And so I work solely on the surgery service. We have faculty who work solely on the internal medicine service, and on each service there's also residents, so a 3-year program in either surgery or medicine. We have residents that work under us, and so we're completely separate services. And so when a horse makes an appointment, at that point they try to decide which place they should go to, and sometimes we consult with each other. If we have a case that actually is more medicine, I'll consult with the medicine service, or sometimes we'll transfer cases. If it was supposed to come in as a surgery case and we evaluate it and we realize actually it has a medicine problem, then we'll transfer it to medicine.
Surgery on horses has come a long, long way in just a few short years.
Starting out with your basic castration procedures and, getting more and more complicated as the years go by, and that we're learning more things. There's more research on how to fix different problems. And so I think sometimes people don't actually realize how much we can do surgically to help horses. We're able to fix fractures in many areas in horses now to where they can actually be comfortable and go back into performance depending on the type of fracture. So there's a lot of horses that come in and have fractures fixed. There's a lot of new surgeries for tendon and ligament injuries that we either actually do surgery on or use stem cells on. There's just a lot of new ways to treat things, and so we try to spread that word and also encourage referring veterinarians and owners to call, and if they have a problem with their horse that they don't know of any solution for, that sometimes it's worth calling just to see what new things are available.
Sampson says that it's important for the public to know that they are a referral service.
You can talk to referring veterinarians about any cases they have, and also trying to get out there that we do have a lot of pretty high-end ways to treat animals that, general practitioners aren't going to have an MRI available, and they're not going to have a CT available. They may not have the radiograph system that can image the neck of the horse and the back of the horse and different parts where you need very powerful equipment. And so we do want people to know that we're happy to see cases and try to help them basically diagnose problems using the equipment that we have available.
In addition to all these areas of service to agriculture and rural Mississippi, the vet school also houses the Animal Health Center, which is the hospital for all animals. This hospital offers primary care and serves as a referral hospital offering special treatments and diagnostics.
Diagnostic-wise, of course, we have a full lab available to us, so any of the blood parameters or any other fluid parameters that need to be tested, we can provide that here in-house. We also have radiographic imaging, diagnostic imaging from CT scans, MRIs, digital radiography, ultrasound, just about any way that you can image a procedure. And then from a therapeutic approach, again, like I said, we offer specialized surgeries that many other facilities across the state don't offer. Examples of those would include back procedures, total hips, certain orthopedic procedures that only are done here. We do offer routine veterinary services through our community veterinary services service area. And that essentially is a small animal general practice that sits within the confines of the hospital. We rely on people bringing their pets in for everything from vaccination and routine care to more advanced problems where we actually do the referrals then into the hospital in the specialty areas.
Most orthopedic procedures will require some form of rehabilitation therapy.
Those that are in the area or that need more advanced treatment take advantage of our facility here. And we provide that, like I said, not only for our patients, but patients that were done elsewhere. It involves everything from specialized daily to multiple times a week therapies with Rubulin to, like I said, maybe as infrequently as once a week or so. The underwater treadmill is a unique modality in the fact that it offers complete flexibility of the joints without the weight bearing or with gradations of the weight bearing. So it's a wonderful, wonderful addition to our physical therapy facility.
Another service offered is the shelter medicine program.
And our shelter medicine program essentially is a mobile veterinary clinic where a board-certified surgeon, a resident, and 2 to 4 students go out within the communities across North Mississippi, provide spays and neuters for shelters free of charge. And it's a win-win for both parties involved. And when I say that, on the shelter side, those animals that have been spayed or neutered typically have a greater than 80% chance of adoption, whereas if they weren't spayed or neutered, it would be less than 20%. For our students, it gives them a great opportunity to get multiple surgeries under their belt and have performed, many of them have performed upwards of 40, 50 surgeries by the time of graduation.
One of the most exciting and innovative parts of the vet program here at Mississippi State is the 2+2 curriculum.
It's very similar to what the medical colleges have. Of the 28 colleges of veterinary medicine in the U.S., only 4 have this curriculum. And it's a very intense curriculum. The first 2 years are the classrooms and the laboratories.
Then in the 3rd year, they're provided clinical experience in our Animal Health Center. That provides experience in every avenue of veterinary medicine, from equine to food animal to small animal medicine, surgery, etc. And then their final year, their 4th year of veterinary school, it gives them the flexibility to go out and define and refine those skills, as well as their communication skills and networking.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after this short timeout.
Hey everybody, the chicks are here.
Yes!
Baby chicks are 1 day old when they come to the farm. The houses are clean, stocked with plenty of fresh food and water, and just the right temperature. Our birds are kept inside to protect them and prevent diseases. We work hard to make sure that these chicks grow up healthy. Healthy animals ensure a healthy food source for your family. We're proud to be Mississippi farmers feeding Mississippi and the world.
The Farm Families of Mississippi.
A row crop farmer from the Delta, a sweet potato farmer from northeast Mississippi, and a blueberry farmer from the southern part of the state. What do these farmers have in common? They all joined Farm Bureau, the the most powerful and respected farm organization in Mississippi today. Farming draws its strength from the land and the people who work the land. Similarly, Farm Bureau's strength is at the grassroots level and the 82 county farm bureaus that make up the Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation. This is where the most important work of Farm Bureau takes place, at the county level. Policy development and policy execution are what set Farm Bureau apart from many organizations. The best legislative influence comes from informed, concerned farm families communicating their beliefs to their elected representatives. Farm Bureau's role on both the state and national levels is to keep Farm Bureau members informed with good, factual information concerning Farm Bureau policies and farm issues. During the legislative sessions, regular reports on the status of agricultural bills affecting farm families are made available through the weekly newsletter, Capital Comments. Timely advice is given in these newsletters on action needed at a given time. Through the Farm Bureau structure, beginning at the county level and proceeding through the state and national levels, producers annually evaluate the problems of agriculture and rural living and make recommendations to formulate Farm Bureau policy. The Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation, leading, representing, and serving Mississippi agriculture. And welcome back to Voices of Agriculture, where we're visiting the College of Veterinary Medicine at Mississippi State University. The newest addition to the vet school is the Animal Emergency and Referral Center located in Flowood near Jackson.
We're a referral-only service, which is slightly different than the vet school, meaning we operate only by request from general practitioners that wish to use our services. The emergency practice works after hours and on weekends, so it's open when other general practitioners are closed. That way, the region is serviced by an emergency clinic. Clients have problems with their pets when they can't reach their veterinarian, they can walk in and come here. And we provide that service as well through an agreement, with the area veterinarians.
This facility only treats small animals, like Guido.
Guido is a pet that was seen initially on a weekend. He had injured his leg, was seen at an emergency clinic, was sent back to his veterinarian who assessed the situation, said it was a fracture of his radius and ulna. It was a situation that he didn't feel comfortable attempting the repair himself, so he gave me a call and sent Guido over, and then we did the repair for him. And then since then, we've been working with their veterinarian to coordinate care for Guido so that we get a successful outcome.
Now, as I'm sure you can see, the College of Veterinary Medicine is very important to all animals, but especially so to the farmers of Mississippi.
This college was founded because of agriculture, and that's key in the mission, and that mission is maintained till now. Now, frankly, most of our students will end up in our urban practice someplace, but we probably have more percentage-wise going into rural practice than certainly a lot of schools. I think the agricultural industry in this state has been very key, not only to getting the school started, but to keeping us supported, and we're extremely grateful to that, and we intend to uphold our end of the bargain in supporting agriculture.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of Farm Bureau's Voices of Agriculture. We hope you've enjoyed the show and will be with us again next time. For all of us here at the Mississippi Farm Bureau, thanks for watching.